Alright.
That's going to be on you. You got to write. You got to write down the champions.
Alright. No, it's got to stay up here.
No, it won't. Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll stay up here.
That's right. Because this might be themed. They might. I imagine they'll switch back to us when it's in instead of a champs screen countdown.
Talk to Ben. Ask Jim. No, ask Ben.
It should switch back to us. No one wants to watch.
Do you not trust my memory?
Just write it down when we're in champs live. Just write it down.
Sounds pretty unprofessional. What about if you ask me?
Every single cast I've ever worked with, Carla writes down the band phase in order.
Really?
Yes. Every single caster writes down bands and then picks.
I mean, I can imagine it doing it. Just how does it not fuck them over when they're speaking and writing two different things?
They're professionals, they can do that. That's a skill you're going to have to learn.
Oh yeah, well, I'll learn it here then.
That's the best way to learn, right? On the fly.
Yeah, exactly.
All you have to do is have a generic sentence in your head, apply it when you're not talking.
Which makes Champions League bad.
It's fine, like, look, it'll be like this. You'll say your point, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, and then you start writing down the champions that they locked in.
Yeah.
So it's a way of understanding, because then like we're gonna have a lot of feel. You can say like, yeah, they first picked this is high priority shit, right?
Like we're gonna expect Rex, like we're gonna expect Nidalee, because we're talking about a tournament that's around the open ladder.
No. We're talking about the 3 minutes we have to film now.
Yeah.
What we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about what order they picked the champions and why they picked them.
So I could leave all of my really technical stuff that I want to say in Champs League for that 3 minutes.
No, you need to practice it. I want you to practice it in champs. Alright, this is just for the sake of that we have 3 minutes.
I understand.
We just talk shit about it, but since we're not going to have access to it, the worst thing you can do is forget what champions are being played, so just have the writing down.
Yeah. Get your pen down. My pen's so much better.
Where is it? It's not better. No, that's worse. A pen is only as good as the duty can fulfill, Jimmy. Your pen is not fulfilling its duty.
Damn patch is still coming out, right? So I wonder, give Joel a bit of relief. We bounce to you guys for a while and then bounce back to him? Yeah, sure. Is that all right?
Go for it.
Okay. When I can get his attention.
That's fine.
Hey casters.
The light is quite blinding. I see you up there. Hello.
Hey, hello. We've got a question from the audience.
Yep.
I wanted to know if you play Roadhog in Overwatch.
One more time, sorry?
Do you play Roadhog in Overwatch?
I can't hear you up there, sorry. Alright, now I can hear you in my ear. There we go, we're good now.
Alright, here's a question from the audience.
I'm a bit of a Junkrat main myself, actually.
There you go. That's the question for the customer. Beautiful. I feel like a bit of Junkrat myself.
Who doesn't?
How are we doing? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hand back to our crystal casters for a bit, so they can tell you a bit more about what's coming up. Tell them about themselves, their hopes, their dreams, things like that. So how are you guys doing?
Look, we're doing great. Hopefully we can get this underway soon. You've done an amazing job so far, Joel. Round of applause, of course, for our wonderful MC, keeping you guys entertained while technical issues, what can go wrong, will go wrong. But that's just the kind of thing that happens at a live event. These things are always a hurdle, always a challenge, but we endure them to bring you guys the best possible show.
And who better to endure it than Joel? He just did such a good job. But coming in, he did ask us for our hopes and dreams, but as two unbiased casters, we think that it'll go to the full 3 games.
Of course.
And I think the last one will be very, very close.
Look, and they're going to be great games nonetheless. 15-minute slugfest, decided, of course, by grand strategy and not 5 people just sitting in a bush waiting for the Baron rotation.
No, definitely not. I mean, like that's one of the worst things that could possibly happen. That's not going to happen at this event. We're hoping for really a lot of strategy coming out. We hope for a lot of map-oriented plays as opposed to solo kills within lane, although granted, the current meta does suit that. We've got a lot of really strong laners in these two teams, so if they ever wanted to get some solo kills, that really will get their dominance within the game before it even starts.
Well, that's the interesting part, right? It's whether or not you go for that pick lane win game or kind of that team fight mentality. We've been seeing teams kind of wrought with that ideals for a while now, where But like we were mentioning earlier, that since the meta has changed to be more prevalent 2v2 in the bot lane, teams that have kind of gotten rosters that are all around that 0v4 top laners that can do well on starved resources now, all of a sudden they're not that good in the 1v1 up in top in the 2v2 lane, suffering because of it also.
Yeah, you're definitely saying it, which is really, really interesting. We have seen a prevalence of Shen come back because he does really suit the old meta of the 4v, of the